Well, hi everybody. Welcome to another educational webinar. My name is Daryl Ledyard. I'm going to be walking you through a training on how to add localized videos to your MPP pages in under an hour. So before I get started, I just wanted to ask you to put all of your chats and comments under questions inside of GoToWebinar, because then I'll be able to see it. So go ahead and just put it in. We do have a few people. Alex from Toronto. We got Hakeem from the USA joining us today. And so if you want to tell us your name and where you're calling in from or watching us from, inside of the questions, I'll see it right here on my screen here as we go through this webinar. We did a while ago, we did a survey inside the Facebook group, and we asked a few different topics, and by far this was the winner of that group of topics. We did this back in, I think, November, December last year, and so about time to kind of show this off. I was having some dilemmas with the supplier of these videos. They said that they were going to send me a link to promote them, which I'll be honest, I do have an affiliate link here. So if you enjoy the education and you want to go ahead and purchase this software, please use my affiliate link because it'll help them to track it, and it will also help us to continue adding value for you here on a weekend like this. So anyway, I just wanted to say this is one of the most requested topics. In fact, I was even talking to Keith Best from Magic Page Plugin, and he was interested in even learning on how this is going to work. So there's a lot of people at all different levels that want to kind of see this. How this works. Okay, Walt from Allentown, PA, thank you for joining. So just wanted to verify, everybody, can you hear me? Put in the questions if you can hear me. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. So I'm assuming you can hear me. All good? Okay, Walter, yes. Amir, thank you guys. Okay, so I think we could get started. We do have a number of our attendees here. We're also, I believe, recording. Let me just make sure that we're recording this before it says, okay, the session is being recorded. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to this Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon for some people. And in Australia, it's, I guess, a Sunday morning, right? Anyway, I wanted to go through this presentation for you and talk to you first about what software you're going to be using to carry this out, okay? So I own a software called Mass Page Tools, okay, which works with Magic Page Plugin, and eventually it'll work with other tools as well. And basically what it does is it organizes your data and gets it ready for mass pages. So it sort of works on, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Magic Page plugin, if you don't already have it, it's a great plugin, works on WordPress, and it makes city pages for you based on zip code, latitude, longitude. So you have all of these related pages and nearby cities, all these kinds of things inside of the pages that you make inside of WordPress. So it's a really, really cool plugin. We're going to show you some advanced tips on how you can manipulate the importing and exporting of your location data sets. So I think that will be helpful for you, even if you don't use the video portion of this training, okay? I'm gonna also need you to have Google Sheets, and that's usually free for everybody. Just sign up for a Google account and you'll get Google Sheets there. And the other program that we're using is called Vidyou. Now, Vidyou was on AppSumo a while ago. That's where I found out about them. I purchased and stacked probably 5 or 6 offers. And so you'll see my account Right now, it's only on a monthly basis. I don't think they're going back to AppSumo, but it is a tool that you could use for a few months to get your videos made and then save them all, and then you'll be good to go. So, okay, so who I am, and a lot of people already know who I am. I'm Daryl Ledyard. I have about 24 years experience in internet entrepreneurship and consulting. I love to experiment with ideas and concepts, and prove concepts and things like that, and show them to other people. I'm an SEO consultant. I'm a marketing consultant, branding consultant, lead generation expert, I guess you could call it, because I've been doing it since the 90s. Web developer, mostly with WordPress. And we develop software such as Mass Page Tools, Geoholics, Leads Detective, Siphon, and some other products coming in the future. Okay, kind of known as the mad scientist in the group. I always come up with these concepts and ideas, thinking outside the box, ways to use tools in ways that maybe you hadn't thought of before. And so that's the whole idea, is to kind of stretch the limits. A lot of people focus on one thing, and my thing is, trying to not necessarily break things, but take it to the next level, and to try different things. And that's how we organically kind of built Mass Page Tools, is based on that concept of putting things together and ideas and seeing what works. So sometimes just organic ideas come out of just experimenting, and that's what I like to do. Okay, so basically a little bit about the Magic Form and Mass.Page Tools. This is the form that I built, and basically builds these evergreen websites for you and optimizes them for you. It searches and grabs the exact Google My Business data, puts it right in this form that sets it up perfectly for Magic Page plugin. So it really helps that out. It also scrapes the schema and metadata, which makes it consistent through your websites if you are making mini sites. It also auto-generates content nearly instantly. We do also have Siphon, which we'll talk about, but it also compresses, resizes, and adds SEO metadata inside your images. Hosts optimized images in the global CDN. It sends white label client forms to your VAs or your client to complete. And you can add YouTube videos, SEO targets, authority links in bulk, and the Siphon text from other websites legally make it yours. We can always show you more if you join our group. It's facebook.com/groups/masspage. Okay. So what are the steps we're going to follow today to do this video process? So the goal here is to create a separate video for each of your city pages, and make those videos unique, and make them have the location information inside of the videos. Okay, so I'm going to show you a template that I had built through Vidyou. Vidyou charges $99 to build your own custom video template, and I had them build a very generic one that I can use for other projects very easily. And I'll kind of show you what I did. You can always ask them to do the same thing for you. Just basically make a unique version of what mine is, and they'll go ahead and do that for you. Okay, so they're going to make about 30-second videos. Okay, they're not super long videos, but it allows you to have something on the page that adds a little bit of more character to the pages, that makes them more unique for your conversions, and to make the pages more localized. Okay, so here are the steps. Obviously, first thing you got to do if you're going to do this is to buy the Vidyou software, and that is my link there. It's go.ht/Vidyou, Vidyou. It's go.ht/Vidyou. Vidyou. So the first step we're going to do after we do that is export the city data from Magic Page plugin and add it to a Google Sheet. Now, we're going to go ahead and do that and then remove the columns that we don't need for the merge, okay? Step 3 is we're going to merge the columns, add data, and add images and descriptions and CTAs into the Google Sheet, okay? Then we're going to publish the Google Sheet to the web and add a feed to Vidyou. Then we're going to create a video using a template or custom template like I have and attach the feed and your fields and data, okay? Additionally, you'll add an audio track that's going to match the video style of your lead generation video. Then you're going to generate the videos, export the URLs to XLS. Then you're going to copy and paste the video CDN Urls back into the Magic Page Location Dataset that you exported at the first step. And then you're going to import it into MPP. You're going to remove the location database in MPP and then re-import the revised data set with the video URLs. That's going to give you URLs that you can paste in as meta fields into your MPP layouts, okay? So if you're thoroughly confused, let me know, put in the questions, yes, confused, or let me know if you got it. Are you confused or do you kind of get the idea? Let me know inside the questions what you're thinking on that. So far from what I've showed you with these steps, does this sound like something you can handle? If you already know how to do this, I guess you could just tune out. But we'd love to have you here as well to answer questions, ask questions. It looks so easy, LOL. Okay, Walter. And it's brilliant, Amir says. Okay, sounds good. So it doesn't look like it's too complicated. Absolutely no clue, Basil says. Okay, all right. So some people are going to be more familiar with MPP. Magic Page plugin is MPP, and some people will not be as familiar with it. So I'm going to assume that you have some familiarity with it. Most people that have seen this from my group or from the Magic Page plugin group are somewhat familiar with that. Rory says he's totally lost. We're going to try to help you, Roy, get a little bit less lost. Okay. So let's see here. So let's go with our first step. Okay, so our first step is to buy Vidyou. So if you go to go.ht/Vidyou, it'll bring you to this page with some special pricing for our members. And these get you 500 videos for $99, 100 videos for $79, and 1,000 videos for $149. Each month you get new credits that you can use, okay? And so these videos you can download as MP4s. So you can put them into YouTube if you want to, but the technique we're going to show you is allowing them to host them for you and making it so that you can use these videos on your pages. Okay, so okay, so first thing is to get Vidyou, and then the next thing is you want to go into your Magic Page set and pull out the location. So if you're inside WordPress and you're inside your Magic Pages, you're going to see there's a locations tab over here, and you're going to see how many locations you have in the database. Okay, so in the database here, we have 224 items. Okay, the reason why we have those from different states is because I use my own data set that comes with the sample that my members get. And so what I did was the very first step is to go in here and import export. You're going to go to export, and you're going to want to go in and export the database. Okay, now we don't recommend, obviously, if you're making videos, you don't want to make too many videos because they do cost you some money unless you have a lot of credits or something. So if you, let's say you had a 250 city data set, that would probably make a good batch of videos to add into your website. So it's kind of up to you and how you want to do it. But if you have like, 2,000 cities, it's going to make 2,000 videos for you. And it'll use up those credits if you have them in there, okay? So if you export these, it's going to make an XLS file, okay? That's a file for Excel, okay? So in here, you'll see this is how the data is expected to be when you re-import it into Magic Page plugin, okay? Now, in my data set, I have a couple fields here that you might not have because I did a meta state abbreviation, I did a meta stage and a meta population. I'm going to get rid of these two and just delete that, okay? Major city. So these are all things that, whoops, I know what I could do also is get rid of meta. Otherwise, it'll be meta. Okay. So state abbreviation, it's going to look at that as a custom meta field, okay? So these are very important to stay in the order that you have right here, okay? So if you put them in alphabetical order, keep them that way, okay? Because when you paste in the videos, you want them to line up to the videos that you exported out, okay? So what we would do is take these, okay? You would mark all these out, copy them into a Google Sheet, okay? So I'm gonna take you to a Google Sheet. Let's add, okay. Let me see if I can do this in here. 1 second. Okay, sorry for that. All right, so if you paste it into here, all right, we're just going to delete this column here. What we're doing now is creating a spreadsheet that will be used to make the videos out of, okay? So the very first step, according to our sort of recipe for this, is to delete out the columns that you don't need, okay? So latitude, longitude is not going to be in the video. Zip code, probably not in the video. You could keep it if you want. Region I might use, but I'm just going to delete these. I'm going to delete county. You could obviously keep it if you want to. Okay. Country, I'm going to delete that. Major city, I'm going to delete that. Okay. All right. So now the next thing you want to do is you want to start to add in some fields. Okay. So we're going to take one here and call niche. All right. This one I'm going to call niches, okay? And this one I'm going to call niching. Now these are the terms that we use inside of Mass Page Tools, so a lot of people will be familiar with that. All right, and so I'm also going to take and put, and let me just put in another one here. I'm just going to put company. Okay, so these are some of the fields that we're going to use. And I'm going to go ahead and put in various terms in here. So I like to do lead generation for web designers and for digital marketing. All right. So what you're going to do is we're going to do some cool stuff here with Excel, well, you know, Google Sheets. Okay, simple data. Okay. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is pull this all the way down, and we're just taking that lower corner. There's a little block that shows up, that right there. When you pull that down, it duplicates these cells. If you're not familiar with that, this is how you do that. So you're just gonna grab that corner and pull it down. Okay, this is so we can do some merging. Now we may actually eventually make something as an output from Mass Page Tools for this. I'm showing you how to do this on your own so that you can do it today if you wanted to. Okay. All right, so there's your company. And then here is your niching. Okay, that's the niche with an ing on it. Okay, you could call it whatever you want to. Okay. All right, so here we go. We have to keep these in that order. Okay, they're in alphabetical order, and they have to stay in this order. Okay, it's very important. Okay, next we're going to have on my particular template, I've got a few different titles. So I'm going to do these titles here. Okay, Title 1, Title 2, and Title 3. All right, and so also I have a template that's been made that has 4 different photos in it inside the video. Okay, so we're going to put photo 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Okay, so under Title 1, the first thing we want to do is to pull the data from the left side into a merged sentence or phrase, basically, that we're going to use inside of the video. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is write a little formula, and I think I'll put the video. Let me see. I do have a video for you guys to watch. While I'm thinking of it, let me put it in there to the group. Hold on 1 second. My bad. Well, that's not so easy. All right, so sorry about this. Takes some time sometimes when you're doing all this on your own. I'm gonna put this inside of the questions and answers. Let me see if we can do this. There are definitely some things about GoToWebinar, not so awesome. Yeah, you can double click on the corner. Oh, I didn't know that. Basil has a hot tip for me. This is what I watched to learn how to do this. So I'm just going to send this out to everybody. Hopefully you guys see that. That's a link. I'll just double check and see if it's in the chat. This is a YouTube video. You can do your own research, but how to do this with Google Sheets with a formula. So the very first thing you're going to do is put an equal sign, and you're going to take the very first cell. So I'm going to take and put in A2. Oops, on the wrong screen here. A2. All right, and then we're going to use the ampersand, the and sign there. All right, and then we're going to put a space. So you're going to put a parentheses space. Okay, then you have to use the and sign again anytime you want to merge a word. All right, and I think this time we're going to do G2. Okay. All right, and now it's going to ask you, do you want to autofill these? And then you just hit yes. Okay. So now that's merged that all together, and it's going to come into our feed to make the videos. Okay. Then on the next one, we're going to do the same kind of thing. This time, I'm going to just paste in the formula. If you look here, it's E2 and in, and then B2. So I want the word in with spaces around it, and then B2. So I'm going to hit this, and that's going to make this here. I'm going to try this technique. There we go. So now we have web designers in all of these different states because we're pulling in basically this keyword, which is E2, right? And then we put in the in, and then we put in B2, okay, which is right here, which is the region or the state, okay? And then for the third one, I'm gonna just paste this function up in here because I've already worked on this today. So you have D2 and a space and A2, okay? And so then that's gonna put web design in acronym, okay? All right. I'm gonna send in the handouts maybe a copy of the spreadsheet so that you can see this yourself. All right, now the next thing is I'm going to use Magic Page tools to get hosted URLs for images. Okay, so basically, if you go in here and you go into new entry inside of Magic Page tools, you can fill this out if you want to, but we're just going to upload images. Okay, so we have this part here that makes standard size images. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find some web design images on here. It's always the funnest part here. All right, here's some dentist images. We don't care about that. I think I can. That one's a dentist. It looks like. Here's some web design. All right. All right, so there's some images there, and I think I have some additional ones here. All right, so I'm just going to pull these in and hit this, and then say, do you want to add them? And it's just going to take a little bit because what it's doing is it's making Google URLs as well as our images.link URLs. So while we're waiting for that, is there any questions that we have so far that you want to ask us? Just go into the questions box as we're waiting for this to update inside of Magic Page tools. So far, so good. Anybody got some questions? Hopefully you guys can see this clear enough on your screen, especially as we go through that spreadsheet. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to see everything. Looking good so far. Thanks, Tim. All right, guys, we're just waiting for the URLs. Now, recently we had a problem with them not uploading. We have done some work on the server, so it should all work now. Okay. So this is going to spit out some URLs of hosted URLs, and the reason why we want to do this in this case is, and you don't have to do it this way. I just want to show you the possibilities of what you can do with these videos. Okay. So we don't care about the meta tags because we're just going to be pulling in the images into the stuff. Okay. I'm going to also open up another page here. Okay. this should be coming up anytime soon here. You just got to be patient. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting for you because it's, you know, compressing them and everything else. Now, if you can host your images in AWS and, you know, keep them full size and everything like that, it's fine. Just grab the URLs from there as well, and you can always put it in. I just like to do it through this, just because it's a way to get the URLs all in one place. So just works a little bit easier. But this is the time when you go ahead and get yourself a glass of water, or check out the news, you know, that kind of thing. Tim asked, are these videos all meta stuffed, and will the video be meta stuffed? No, actually the video doesn't have metadata because they're making NP4s, and those don't have metadata in them. But it's a good question. It would be kind of cool, but you know, at some point. Okay, so here's your links. All right, so what you'll do is you'll highlight these, and you go into like Text Shaker, okay, and you'll paste them several times. Okay, you can do this in your own software if you want, right? But then what I do from here is I sort by the file name, okay? And then once I have them by the file name, I'll highlight them all and bring them back to my spreadsheet under the photos, okay? All right, so if you scroll down, it looks like we don't have enough, so we would have to have done it one more time to do that. So let's just go ahead and hold on a second. See, we have to get that batch again. So we just go back to here, copy this, go back to Text Shaker. Let's just do it one more time. Maybe 2 more times. Okay. Then we sort again, highlight these. And the reason why we're doing this is so that when you go to the other program, you have a different photo for each of these. Okay, so what I do is I just go like this. I cut off the excess. Okay. Then I go over here to Text Shaker again, and I just eliminate the first set of images so that they're the same. So these are all the same right there. Okay, we'll delete those, and then we'll copy these. Go back to your spreadsheet, and you're going to paste these. So if you look at the URLs, whoops. I'm not great with spreadsheets, I'll just tell you. All right, so if you see that image is different from that image, and then you'll go back to Text Shaker and you eliminate these guys here. I like these. We'll do that. So those should be all different. Let's see how they look down at the bottom. Okay, so we're starting to have some issues down here. So what I'm going to do is just take these and move them down. Oh wait, that's it's already copied there. So we'll just grab some of these here. But you get the idea of what we got to do. Okay, so that way they're all different. So if you look at image 1, image 2, image 3, they're all different URLs, okay? We have to go back to here, and we'll go, oh, we're just gonna double click because I just learned that technique. There we go. All right. So it looks like we just need another line here, like that, okay? So now you have a pretty complete sheet. On my particular template, I have descriptions. So after image 4, let me see. I'm just going to skip image 4 right now. We're going to use the logo there. We're going to do descriptions and a CTA. Okay. So description 1, I've already pre-written. And that's going to go right here. I'll double click that. All right, not working, so let me pull it down. All right, that's description 1. Description 2, I have sort of a partial, because what I'm doing in that one is I'm going to merge the name of the city after it. All right, so it'll say in at the end here. And then we'll go ahead and do a formula that will bring those two together. So let's just take this formula here. So the formula is going to go right in here. And it's P2 and A2. Okay, let me hit that. I'm going to hit that. So that's going to do that. And that's going to do that. And so what that does is it's going to put in Albany, all the different towns and cities. It looks like we have to add a space afterwards. All right, so now it does have a space in here before the town and the city. Okay, and your number 1 choice for web design in all of these different towns and cities. Okay, then let's see, under CTA, I'm just going to do this right here, which is just going to be the website and the phone number for my call to action. Okay, and so that's going to fill these all in down to there. Okay, so basically you have your data here for my particular template. Now, if you have your own template made, which I highly recommend, the ones that come with Vidyou are very, very short and good for mostly e-commerce and social media, just for like a little story type of thing. I'm trying to get them to make some more lead generation style templates, but the news ones are the ones that have the most, and I'll show you those in a minute. All right. So now to make this available for Vidyou to see it, we're going to go down here to publish to the web. So file and publish to the web. And we're going to go and take in, I think it's sheet 1 and CSV and publish. Sure you want to publish it? You say yes. It gives you a URL here that we're going to take over to Vidyou. Okay. Somebody brought up, is this going to help you to rank? I don't think, I mean, I wouldn't say it's going to help you to rank as much as it's going to give you a better user experience and maybe make the page a little bit more sexy to the person that's putting in their form information, you know. Sometimes not everything is for ranking. Sometimes it's for good user experience. So hopefully this is, at least something that gets your mind going as well, because you can use this for services as well, to make videos for various services. So, all right, so what I want to show you is this is a sample video of what I did with their templates. So I just put in some locksmith pictures and a logo from some other site, and I put the town on here and a website, fake URL. Okay, now that's a really short one, and that's what a lot of these are. They're very typically short. If you go to their library of videos, you'll see that they're pretty short. So let's go to first do a feed, and we're going to paste the feed in that we just did. Okay, we'll call this Webby Day. Okay, and we'll hit feed update. Okay, now we're going to go to create video up here. Okay, and now if you do use it yourself, you're going to do it one at a time kind of thing. Do it yourself, manually enter products one at a time. We're going to show you using a feed. Okay, so first we're going to name it Webby Day 1. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look for Webby Day feed. Okay, because we're not doing e-commerce, we're just going to send it there. It doesn't matter what you're doing on that, but there's no pricing in here. Hopefully you guys are still following. No, the metadata is not necessary to the images. It doesn't help to rank. No, the image hosting is just all I'm using for this. Okay, so these are the templates that come with Vidyou. They have these news ones, which I think are kind of good. And this is, these are, but they're still all very short. As you roll over and you'll see what they do, and so you'll be able to put your pictures where those pictures are, and be able to do it. If you're willing to pay an extra $100, which I think is a great value, you can make your own template and it would appear here. So I'm going to show it with my own template just because I think that it does a good job this way. Okay, that's why I did all those fields, is for my template. If you don't need that many images or descriptions, then it wouldn't pertain to you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and choose the video. Hope you're enjoying this so far. Okay, so this is my video that I had them make for me. Okay, and so they can customize one. So if you mention my name when you talk to them in the chat, they can try to make one with similar fields if you want to, so that it's equal to your training. But it will be a different template. Okay, so they do different ones for everybody. So the first thing you see is a bunch of things on the left-hand side. So you have a few different options. You can select something from the spreadsheet, or you can hit custom and upload or add the text yourself. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through this pretty clearly. So every single time you add something here, it reruns the video over to the right side, the preview. All right, so we have 3 different images. So the first one is this one. And see, now it's going to put that image from the spreadsheet right inside the video. Okay, then the next video is this one. I'm sorry, video, I should say image. And now you're going to see there's that other video image, right? And then the next one is this one. And this is all pulling from that Google Sheet. So now you're going to see a third picture show up, okay, inside of the video that you're creating. So there's the third one. And it's going to be random for each one because we did those spreadsheets. I'm sorry, columns in the spreadsheet. So Now for this, I'm actually going to use a custom. I'm going to put my logo in here. Okay. So I'm just going to select the image, and as you go through, on that last slide, it will show a logo. All right. Now we have here it is. It should be coming up right after this. There's my logo. Okay, so these are all lorem ipsum because we haven't finished the rest of it. So now we can also change the background color. So I have in here a few different background colors. We could select this one here, and it would have that color as an accent color. We could do this one here, sort of a light blue look, which I kind of like that with that. All right. And so these I put in myself, okay, these backgrounds, because that's how I had to make the template to use my image background as sort of an accent color, okay. All right. So now you can't see the text, so I would definitely try like this one here. You should be able to see the text. Now, next is my descriptions. Now I put these in the spreadsheet, so the first one's going to be this one. And then the next one is the third one down because I done the merge on that, okay? So now if you look at the video, it's now putting in your information. Now these images probably, I would spend a little bit more time and make sure that they're, because if you're gonna pay for these videos, make sure that they're dark if you're using, you know, a certain color type and things like that. I could have darkened those images, but I didn't. I'm just doing this experimentally. So I'm going to put that as the subtitle. For the title, I'm going to start with Akron Digital Marketing. I'm going to put in Web Design Akron. I'm going to put in Web Designers in Ohio. And then on this one, I'm going to do my call to action. So let's take a look at what the video looks like now. So now it's using our description in there. It's adding in more text. So each state or each location will have a different video. Okay. And then my logo comes in. Okay. And it says Akron Digital Marketing. All right. You guys following so far? Does anybody have any questions? Do they like this so far? Do they like what this does? Are you happy with what you see so far? Let me know inside the questions box what you guys think. Really like it? Okay, cool. Wait till we insert these into your pages. I think you'll be really impressed with what it does. And the speed at which it builds these is just absolutely incredible how this works. So, all right, I think we have everything we want. We've got a totally customized video. The next thing is we got to kind of pick an audio track that you like. I don't know if you can hear these, but I'm just going to play this one here. And I'm just going to pick it. All right. And it's going to show you the preview one more time down below of what video you're going to get. Okay, this works for Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, this aspect ratio. Okay, so we're just going to generate the videos. And cool, Vidyou is expensive. Yes, Vidyou is a little expensive. I was very fortunate enough to get it in AppSumo. So now it's going to make 224 videos for us. See how they're all queued and pending rendering. They've got some really powerful servers because it's going to do something really cool here. So let's see what happens. Now you can also have it update based on an interval. So if you change anything in that spreadsheet, it'll just make more videos. Obviously, you'd have to have a lot of credits to do that. So it's rendering these videos. They're a little bit longer, so they take a little bit more time. These are, I picked a 30-second template because I want to get the most out of it as I can. So waiting for this. It's rendering each one of those videos. And so it'll be ready to go. They also have a Facebook upload, which for our purposes, I probably wouldn't do that because they'll just be posted in there. But if you're doing video ads, you can make your video ads and put them into Facebook ads and run them that way. Okay. So what we're going to do is once these are finished, pretty soon you'll see there'll be all play buttons on here. We're going to export to Excel. And because the program respects the order in which the spreadsheet came in, it's going to respect that order when we paste it back into Magic Page plugin. Okay, so I hope everybody's following along so far and enjoying the information. Not sure why it's taken so long for this particular campaign. We're ready to go to page 2, but let's see. Here's page 2. Let's go back to page 1. Yeah, it just didn't refresh. That's what it was. Okay. So we can take it and preview it on the screen. And here's the Akron one. We can go to this one and Albuquerque. And so the first few are going to have the same slide for the beginning, but this one will probably be different, see, because it's a different order in the spreadsheet. Okay. Now, what I would do if I was doing this for my website officially is I would take and upload my own audio for it. Not just for music control, but also you could add voiceover and make the video a little bit more call to action oriented with some narration in the video. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. Now here we go. There's a magic step here. We're gonna Excel export, and you'll see it just created the Excel right here. Okay, we're going to bring this in here, and here's what's so cool. These are all MP4s, okay, created from your template, okay, and they're going to respect the order. So if you go in and you highlight these, very careful not to change the order, okay? So when you go back into it and you're going to go back to your database here, this is the database for MPP, okay? You've got terms, which we're going to delete this row here, or columns. We wanted to set those later, okay? So that should be blank. And then over here, we're going to paste those, okay? Let's see if that works. Again, let's copy. I'm going to actually take this whole thing, copy. There we go, the URLs. So this one here should be Augusta, Georgia. So let's see, if we've done this right, this should be Augusta, Georgia. Augusta. Okay. All right, so now we've got those videos ready to go. So we go back to the entire database here. Everything else is fine. I'm just going to get rid of state abbreviation and meta stage and the meta population. This makes it a little bit faster. All right, so we're just going to have state abbreviation and URL. I'm going to change this to Vidyou. Let's see, URL like that. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save this as, whoops, I am going back. Save as, and I'm going to say location data set revised every day. Okay. All right. So now we have that. We're going to go back into Magic Page. Okay. So Magic Page right here is we're inside of this hollow website. There's just a bunch of fields that are not filled in and stuff. We're just going to kind of show this as an example. All right, so the first thing we need to do is remove all of the locations. So if you go into locations, you'll see all of these locations are here. We're going to remove those 224 locations. Because I added these as a custom data set, I'm gonna go ahead and delete these by just hitting this and delete database and locations. Okay. If you go into locations now, they're all gone. Now, if you did it through Mike's database, you're going to need to do it a little bit of a different way. So inside of Magic Page plugin, there are databases already in there. So if you click on this, you're going to have to find the state or the region that you've installed, and you're going to have to uninstall that region. Okay. So you won't have anything. You won't have anything there. Okay. Now, don't look at this because this is all going to be broken because we don't have any locations, and MPP needs to have a location to work properly. All right, so we're going to go in and click on settings again, and we're going to do import export, and this time we're going to import locations. So I'm going to put Webby Day 1. All right, and we're going to continue. And we're going to add in that folder file. Okay. So this is the location data set revised Webby Day XLS. Okay. We're going to process this. And what this is doing essentially is it's adding that video URL to each one of those locations inside of MPP. Okay, so now we're going to go into Magic Page and locations, and you'll see those 224 locations are back. Now if you click on edit inside of these locations, you're going to see there's a field down here called meta video URL. Okay, so we're going to grab that, and we're going to go into Magic Page. So first off, I don't really have any content in here, so it won't look too good, but first off, I'm going to go ahead and let's see, we got to pick a location. So I'm going to put it in New York City. They put in 500 miles, 400 miles. Okay. Yeah, we can do more than that. Yeah, why not do all of them? There's only 220 something, so I want to see all those videos anyway. Okay. Wasn't thinking straight there for a minute. All right. So if we click on this, we don't have this set from the WP Vivid file, so hold on a second. Gonna work out a bug here. Make sure my API key is in there. I'm going to clear delete spin text cache. Make sure that this is enabled. Okay. We're going to go to your permalinks. Make sure that that's on post name. Sometimes we got to do it twice. Let's see if we have the location page now. Okay, here's the location page. Now this is the videos from the last import, I believe. So what we're going to do is edit with Elementor. This is the Magic Page we're editing here. And we're going to go ahead and add that right here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and type in HTML. Now, I'm not sure, sometimes with, so I'm going to put in meta video URL right there. I'm going to center it. Put that there. So just center, and then a center close bracket. I'm not sure if this is going to work right from the URL because I know that the YouTube ones do. We'll see if they have to do some markup for it. No. Okay, so here's the URL for that video. So we're going to have to add that video as a some markup for that. Okay. All right, so let's take this out. And this is the part that I didn't get to practice ahead of time. So let's see if we go into, let's see. I'm just going to put in video HTML. Looking for the W3C schools, and this looks like it does. Let's see if it's an iframe. This is all YouTube. I put posted. See if we get that. HTML5. So it looks like it's this video code here. So I'm just gonna So it looks like we're going to replace this shortcode here with this MP4. Might not be totally compatible with every video type. We're going to get rid of the OGG. Might affect it on Safari, not 100% sure on that. We're going to paste this into here. And it looks like we got our sizes wrong. So do width equals, oops, 640. Let's make this a little bit taller. I haven't looked at what the real size is. Let's just say 500. It needs to be a little bit less wide. Let's just try it. We'll see. We could just do 100% on there. We'll get rid of the height. Let's see if that works. Okay. Learning on the job, are we? Yes, we are. All right. So here is your New York City digital marketing URL. And if you go to another page, let's go to Queens. I don't know if it'll have it in there because I don't think that's one of our cities. Yep, Queens. So if you go to Bronx, let's try that. There you go, Bronx Digital Marketing. So that's how we do that. If you had the pages all set up, you would see that as well. What I liked about this is that it loaded pretty fast. Let me just try in Syracuse, which is my hometown here. Let's take a look. There we go. I still think it would be better if they had a voiceover for it as well. But that is the whole thing right there. So what do you guys think? Is this something that you think could be helpful? Somebody said a video widget. Is a video widget in elementary? Yeah, the video widget, I don't know that it allows an external URL. I guess it would actually. Let me just take a look. You could be very correct on that. Let's take a look if there is a video widget that will work with external. So I think it just has you do a source code, self-hosted, external URL, and you can paste it right in there. So you stand corrected, it would work that way. And then you wouldn't have to spend as much time as I did getting the code for it. This also might even work better for compatibility across other servers. But oh, you know what's not going to work here? Is the short code. So this short code will get rejected by Elementor. I think that's why I didn't do it that way. So if you go in here and you put in the URLs, it's expecting an actual URL. I'm not sure if it'll work, but a lot of times it will not. No, maybe it did work. Let's take a look. We should have two. Yeah, looks like it did work. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. Looks like you have to put in your HTML5 layer in there. It's rejecting that through the Elementor element. One of the things I don't like about Elementor is that it doesn't really play nice with our X fields, but we're trying to work on that. All right, Andrew says, awesome, very nice. Can we put X field variables for the video in there? X field variables, let's see, if we took and put the X field into one of these columns, you could merge it in. Not sure if obviously there's no way to take it. I mean, Vidyou doesn't know what an X field is from anything, so you have to put it into this feed so that it would understand it. Yeah. Any other questions? Anybody else, put your questions in the questions box and we'll go ahead and respond to that. Any other questions about Mass Page or anything else that we haven't gone over? Currently, if you're looking to get my tool, if you go to mass.page, there is a promo going on for the annual for 50% off. So you can go ahead and get registered for that. If you're looking to get upgraded to play around with Siphon, you can always do that as well. Let me see. More questions? When will I get a replay out? Probably in the next day or so. It just takes a while for GoToWebinar to make the video, and then it'll work for you. All right. I seem to have lost my tab with the. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. So those are the steps. Now this is Q&A time. These are the links to get the discounts. So if you want the discount on the Vidyou, just go to go.ht/Vidyou, YOU. If you're looking for our discounted unlimited site license for MPP, Magic Page Plugin, go to go.ht/MPP. And if you're looking for the discount on Mass Page Tools by product, go to mass.page, and there's a link up at the top. If you just click on that for the 50% off, you'll get the discount applied for you. Okay. Any other questions? Go ahead and put it inside the chat. Will you and Stephen have training tomorrow? Yes, we'll be here Sunday live. That will be at 5 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll be able to answer questions for you and go through some training. We currently are overhauling the Siphon's scraping tool because we found that it's causing some issues, and we're going to be rewriting a part of the code this coming week for Siphon, and that will make it a little bit more reliable and more useful so that we can kind of create this standalone tool for that. Siphon, if you're interested and curious, join us tomorrow night. We can talk a little bit more about that on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Look up our channel on YouTube Live. I'm sorry, YouTube. Just look up Mass Page Tools and you'll find us pretty easily on there. All right. Do you need Vidyou? UVid, or can we use Yive? If you know how to use Yive, use Yive. The thing is with Yive, I just didn't see a way to export out all of the URLs. Yive kind of just posts them into different accounts and things, but I'm not the expert on Yive. So you'd have to ask somebody that's an expert on Yive to see if there's a way to output all of those CSV files. But what I like about Vidyou is they host them for you, and it's pretty easy to add them to your websites and your web pages en masse. And so a lot of people have been looking for a way to do this, and this is the way to do it. Now, if you wanted to host each one on your YouTube, you would have to manually import them or use another kind of publishing tool that would allow you to do that. somebody asked, if possible, to discuss Siphon for a minute or two and discuss what it does exactly. Sure. So mass.page, app.mass.page is our program. And if you go in here, we have a tool called Siphon. And when you grab Siphon, you're going to grab a website. So let's say plumbers in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, you're looking for basically a seed site that has local content information on a well-written website. So we're going to grab this one, this one, this one. We're just going to look at these and see if there's some content that is valuable to them. So this doesn't have that much content. Let's look at this one. That one doesn't have that much either. A lot of times you have to go to an inner page. This one has a little bit more content. Let's try this one and just see if it will scrape it. Again, we're doing some overhaul, so I'm not sure if it will actually do it or not. But what this will do is it'll scrape certain number of sentences. Here it is, and it will rewrite them as well for you. So obviously you have to get rid of the content from the brand itself. And so you would change Neptune Plumbing and put your own, okay? And you put the location and you'll change it to yours, all of this kind of thing. But what's cool about this is that it allows you to have it all rewritten and paraphrased, but it also allows you to pick how many sentences. So like if we want like 5 sentences, let's see if this will do just 5 sentences from there. See, it'll just pull 5 sentences from the content. The other way to do it is to grab the text like this and put it into Siphon and, whoops, hold on a second. And we're improving this tool because we have a lot of people are very interested in what it does. So you can paste it into the text box here. And there you go, it's been reworded, okay? So I see how this says, formerly known as AAA flat. This says for 90 years, Northeast, we've done it all. So you can see we've changed it down to the 5 sentences. If you put, 50, it's gonna rewrite them sentence by sentence, okay? Let's just take a look at this. See, they're all different. It's all rephrased and different. So then inside of our form, we have sections. If you're on the enterprise plan, you would have access to this. We're looking to do an add-on or a access to this for other members, but at this point, we're given the first access to enterprise, and then the others will just pay a fee to get access to it. But see how there's Siphon here? If you click on this, it opens it up and has the tool right there. And then the data that you grab goes right into your content section, so you can manipulate it and change it however you want, okay? And now if you're unfamiliar with how Mass Page Tools works, basically there's an output that comes out of each of these forms. And it's this crazy stuff here. And then this gets imported into Magic Page plugin, and then you can build some really cool web pages with X fields versus having to make each X field yourself and taking all the time to edit each one and all that. So it's something that is it speeds up the process quite easily. I can actually show that if you guys haven't seen this tool here. So like if we just go to, let's see if I can have a 24-hour locksmith, let's check this one out. We're looking for a fulfilled, so this one has so grab your GMB up at the top, and then you fill in like your adjectives. We have some auto placeholder ones that you can put in, your titles, your description. This might give us some problem because I think this was spun beforehand. Let's see, is there placeholders? Yeah, this is a good sample because it doesn't have a lot of data in it. Let's look at this one here. This one has more. It has a lead simplify form. If you guys haven't seen this auto testimonials, it's kind of cool. It does these placeholder testimonials. You know, talk about your company and, you know, put it in a different location nearby, and it's kind of cool. So it puts the auto locks Dallas, Texas in there and stuff like that. These are all auto generated. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and we got the images in here, and we're going to hit submit. And we're going to hit download or export to MPP, and it just has this little file here. And so if we go to 03 ledger, okay, if you go to the home page, you'll see there's nothing. There's just a bunch of fields in here. Okay, so we're going to replace all those fields with stuff that comes from my form. So if you go to Magic Page and settings, and you go to import export, and you go to this third tab, import export data. We're going to import the X fields and Spintex shortcodes. Okay, and you'll see we'll have this text file here. It's 66 kilobytes, and we're going to overwrite. And see in the upper right corner, you'll see it says success. When you hit success, it will fill in the website with data from that. So in that form, we had these videos, we had these icons. You know, it doesn't take very long to fill in that form. And once you fill it in, you also have these other pages, and you'll be able to fill in this with, we didn't fill this in the form, but it would fill that in for you. If you had a description body 13, it was showing there. And then if you go to, like, let's say location, and this is just a sample template. You guys can do whatever you want with it and work with Steven's templates. Steven is a club that you can join, and he has all of these really sweet looking templates that my form works with. So you can just go ahead and see. See, here's that there. And we'll just go to New Jersey, Jersey City. You'll see, here's your video for Jersey City. So it's right there. And so we would, you know, take that out or keep it or whatever. But anyway, I don't get into design too much. When I'm demoing this, I'm just kind of showing the technical aspects of the code. So then you can kind of think about how you would add these X fields into an existing layout for Elementor. I mean, there's things like Astra sites and, you know, tons and tons of templates out there and sections and stuff. So I feel like I don't really need to do all of that. I just want to show you guys how to do it yourself and put the fields in and make your own lead generation template for yourself, or use Steven's. So, all right. Let me see. So hopefully that helps. Basil was asking about that. Okay, somebody said 10 plus local business Elementor templates every single month, brand new. I think he's trying to promote his own thing. Is there a siphon copy spun for each web page? After you get it paraphrased and rewritten on our system, you can add Spintex to it, and that will allow you to have totally fresh content. So once you change the name of the company, location, all that kind of stuff, it's already been totally freshened from that point. Then you're just going to go ahead and add Spintex to that. And then you'll have like really great rewritten copy And so I think you'll find that the siphon really is going to work really great the more we put time and effort into it. I think it's going to be very, very helpful. Does anybody else have any questions, comments? Did you like what we showed you today? Hopefully you got a chance to learn a few different things that you didn't know. There will be a replay. We'll probably put it on the Facebook group and also inside of YouTube so that you guys can check out the playback of this. And again, thank you for joining me. Somebody says this license includes, somebody trying to sell on here. Great, thanks. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, day, whatever it might be. And also, I think he's asking about the MPP. Okay, so Stanislaw Janus, it's every month that you're paying for that. So, all right. All right, any other questions, comments? Hope you guys all enjoyed what you got to watch today. Again, we'll have the replay for you, and have a good weekend. What's left of it. We'll see you on Sunday night at 5 o'clock Eastern. All right, thank you. Bye now.